the current excuse me, the current culture says that this is acceptable, this is allowable, that you fall in line of this social norm, you conform to this social norm, or you're ostracized. Who gets to decide that? And shouldn't you expect that that would evolve? Hasn't it evolved over time? Look at what your parents used to wear. They look dumb as shit. Those mustaches they used to rock, some of them could pull it off. But then fast forward to today, we're back to it. It's an ebb and flow. It's cyclical. It moves up and down. So, how old should you be for before you get access to certain things? We have laws in the United States that say 18 is a age for a lot of things. Watching certain R-rated movies, buying firearms, firearms at 18, handguns at 21 in South Carolina. I think that's how it was. And so these decisions are made. I think still get stuck at the fact that, you know, the people in charge, they're making rules for me, but not for thee. What about you? What about your bunker of your arsenal and your bunker? Oh, I forgot diplomatic immunity. You're whipping a D around. Forgot. E, did you get your country yet? So I can come be a citizen? Only because I'm going to be on the team that gets diplomatic immunity. I can't wait. But this is what got me. This got me spinning. It had me spinning, spinning, like that Pearl Jam song. Name it down below. Is our children have access to more information. Then there are negatives that are going to come out of this, and that's what maybe we're focusing on because we see our kids getting on this drug that they call social media, and then the being in your head, being less out, less social, and less seeing how the real world works, and being more in your head working things out. Why did they say that? Why did they do that? And maybe that's better. Could be being more introspective, but it surely seems like it's a lot more depressive, or that the algorithms that are promoting content, or the content that gets bubbled up to the top, just happens that that content is more prevalent, more likely to reach the top. And um, yeah, you end up thinking a lot and thinking a lot. There's nothing wrong with thinking if you can get out of your head and go and do something. Don't just think all the time. There's a sage that said, someone that thinks all the time has nothing to think about but thoughts. Right? Someone that thinks all the time has nothing to think about but thoughts. And I'll suggest that what they're saying is that there's a place in which all these thoughts arise, that all these thoughts happen, good or bad, depressing or uplifting, a memory, past, present, or future. There's a place that they all arise and fall away. And that space is not a thought. That space is where these thoughts appear. And the place of peace. That's kind of cool. So if you're not thinking all the time, you can get out of your own head. You get out of your own head, you might be doing all right. Okay, so then the kids, though, they have access to all this information, tons of information flowing. The negatives we talked about them, but and so only some of them. But then the positives, though, this ability to communicate, this ability, maybe there's an this revolt right now and these protests that you're seeing across the countries because people are seeing that, hey, across the board, we're not being treated the way we should be. Why should we be it? Why should we say this? Why should we have a say? Because everyone on this great earth is fucking equal. Every person from the beginning to the end of all walks of life. Now, we have some shitty thoughts. We have a bad ego that gets in the way and creates some very awful destruction. But as a kid on playground, most everyone gets along, right? Little kiddo fights here and there. I'm talking little kids. I'm talking like 3, 4, 5, maybe. Yeah, that's about it. Maybe 2, 3, 4, 3, 4. I'm gonna limit it to 3, 4, and then younger 5-year-olds. That's about the age where they're just playing. They don't know about sharing. There's enough to go around. Everyone's running around. Maybe you don't put toys in. They're just on a playground. Because toys doesn't matter, man. They start fucking fighting. They want that one. Why is that? What is that? That one, they're having so much more fun than I am with that one. They haven't figured out it's in their imagination yet. But this access to information maybe propels us, not even maybe, absolutely. The communication, breaking down these borders, um, and just the capturing of information, AI's ability to assemble information, AI's ability to make it more cohesive, to just consume the entirety of the internet and you want your source, here are your sources, bitch. MLA, AP. I'd love to go to school right now. Hey, Jarvis. Yes, sir. Hey, sir, I'm still working on the Mark 42, sir. Suit. Jarvis, I need you to cite all of my college papers. Sir, but Mark 42, Jarvis, I need this shit. They're expecting it, all right? Teach said I had to have it in 2 hours ago, so I might need to have you hack in the mainframe. Yes, sir, I'm on it. Thanks, Jarvis. I might get you that memory upgrade I talked to you about for Christmas. So as a dad, I worry. As a dad, I worry about all of this information. I think as a dad and just a person that always had that know what the fuck was going on, they're going to know more information than me. And they're going to come in and I don't have the answers for you anymore, bro. Hey, did you already look it up online? Because that's what your old man's going to do. If you're not, and I say if you're asking me about some computer shit, I could help you, but it's all changing. It's all changing. The last note I have here that I wanted to mention was free will. The jury's still out trying to figure it out on free will. Free will, the sages say, does not exist. That there is just an unhappening. Life is just happening, and that there is no one doing any of it. There's no one there doing any of it. If you've seen Jim Carrey go off as a rocker lately talking about there's nobody here, this is exactly what he's talking about. This is exactly what he's talking about. He's not crazy. He just may have had way too many mushrooms and had this insight. Or he meditated the shit out of himself, but I think he mostly probably had a couple mushrooms. But there can be a recognition when the mind falls away, this mind that is doing, this mind that is trying to get something done, that there is there can be a recognition that there is no one in fact here doing any of this and nothing to be done, um, which is not anything anyone wants to hear. But that all of this stuff that we want to do is something that we're thinking about. It's a thought. Oh yeah, I really would like to do that. It would be nice to do that. And then you think of, you're like imagining it. Well, that's all thought. I'm thinking about all of this. I'm I realized, I was sitting here thinking about all of this stuff. I want to go do this. I need to go do that. I this, I that. And that I that is so busy is itself a thought. Ramana Maharshi would call it the I thought. And my man Papa G, mind is graveyard. Yeah, he'll hit you with that. Don't let him hit you with mind is graveyard. He'll send you in a 3-year spiral down the abyss of your subconscious. You really want to go there? You really want to visit all of the dark places your mind has caked over with? I don't know, what is it caked over with? But free will, yeah, they say just these thoughts and these ideas, they're just popping up, they're just happening. Mentioned cultural conditioning, the way society wants us to be, these things they tell us to do. Walk on the right side, walk on the right side, walk on the right side, walk on the right side. Hey, get back in line, get back on the right side, right? And then when I went to Japan, guess what side they walk on? The left side. That'll get you because all of a sudden you're in another. What's that? All of a sudden you're in another country. And guess what? You're being rude and you didn't even know it. It's your societal conditioning. I can't walk on the left side to save my life. I'm trying now as I get older. I'm breaking down these conditions, and I don't know how far you take it. The programs are you're kind of running on automatic, on automaton. These things you do, things you say, the greetings that you give. It's the mindlessness, and I'm not sure where it ends. Where the utility is you don't have to think about these things that you probably kill yourself if you had to think about mindless shit, making lunch for your kids for the 1800 millionth time, same shit, right? If you had to think about that, where in the pantry you had to get the instruction manual out, you had to go find out how to unscrew the top, and how do I, what, what is the, how do I spread this on the bread with my finger? And you use your finger. No, that was wrong. Then you figure it out. 5 hours later, your kid's just crying. They're malnourished because you can't figure out how to make a damn sandwich. You lost the instructions because you didn't remember where to put them back. All that stuff. Like, it's good to have autopilot. It's good to be on autopilot sometimes. But it's you should be able to change it, and you can change it, and you shouldn't have to feel bad about changing it. But this conditioning that you now feel bad about somehow. You've taken this instruction someone gave you and then assigned a label of happy or sad to it. Oh man, fuck, I feel bad, feel shitty, feel this, feel that. um, no, you should be more like a robot. Don't feel anything. Just do it. Come work for me. Work for pennies on the dollar. I'll become a billionaire. Yeah, that's how it's done. I'm a capitalist now. Shit. Hold on. Hey, I gotta go. I gotta jump on and change my bio now to add capitalist to it. I'm running out of space, people. Elon, need you to get on updating the character limits in my bio. I got way too many things I need to put in there. Capitalist, writer, billionaire. On my way. I'm on my way. Da-da-da. I don't know where I'm going. That's all I got for you today, people. Talk soon. Beep. 40, 40, 44. It's pretty nice.